So I've been using Samsung Galaxy watches for almost 5 years now. My first Samsung Galaxy watch was Gear 3 Frontier, and what a wonderful watch it is. Back then, one of the main reasons why I wanted it was the way it looked. It was big, bulky, black, and Samsung marketed it as a badass smartwatch that could also be used in extreme weather conditions. What I specifically liked about it was the rotating bezel and how it could be used to navigate around the watch's software. It was a novelty then and still is today, as hardly any other company is putting rotating bezels on their watches. This physical rotating bezel has gone through many transitions in these 5 years, and I've seen it all firsthand, as I've used every Galaxy watch since Gear 3 came out. So this video is about the evolution of rotating bezel through the Galaxy watches over the years. Let's start with Gear 3 Frontier. Now, by just looking at it, you can see that over the years it has taken quite a lot of abuse and wear and tear, and it has survived all of that, which is proof of its durability. The edges are deeply serrated and provide a good grip while rotating the bezel. It is also engraved with time markings in case you decide to go with a clean watch face look. While rotating it, subtle mechanical clicks can be felt as well, which gives it a very tactile feel, although they are not as prominent. It also protects the watch's screen against any scratches or dings because the whole bezel system is raised above the glass. Overall, it provided great hardware as well as software experience and justified its existence to a point where it became synonymous with Galaxy watches. A year later, Samsung Galaxy Watch was announced, which came once again with a rotating bezel. But there were some changes made to Galaxy Watch's bezel. The serrated edge was much refined and smaller, giving it a slightly cleaner look. The mechanical clicks that you feel while rotating the bezel were more prominent, and the overall tactile feel was improved. I also believe that Samsung did a better job with paint on the bezel, as it was hardly scratched or got dinged up over the past few years that I've used it. And once again, as the bezel is raised all around the glass, it works as a natural barrier against any scratches. Moving on, a year later, Galaxy Watch Active 2 was announced, without any physical rotating bezel, with a clear glass panel at the front. The lack of a rotating bezel on Galaxy Watch Active 2 was mitigated by a digital touch-sensitive bezel. The trade-off allowed them to make Galaxy Watch Active 2 thinner, lighter, and gave it a much cleaner look. You could swipe your finger over the bezel and it worked as a rotating bezel, no problems there. Haptic feedback provides a tactile feeling of real clicks while swiping as well. While a digital bezel is better than no bezel, it was also no physical rotating bezel. Now, the problem with the touch-sensitive bezel is that while it gets the job done, it does not feel as responsive. It also is not as accurate as a physical bezel, and it also feels laggy. And oh boy, the frustration of accidental touches when it rubs off against your shirt scuffs or your pockets is something else. One could easily get around to navigating the software with a touch bezel, but it requires a learning curve and muscle memory. In my case, I resorted to several bezel accessories to make swiping easier. Moving on, finally we got Galaxy Watch 3 last year, and the physical bezel was back in its full glory. And this time it got a lot better on Galaxy Watch 3. Firstly, as the whole watch was slimmed down to give it a classic look rather than the adventurous look of previous watches, the bezel also got thinner. The edges were refined even further and the markings were gone. It had a much cleaner and simpler look. What I liked about it was the much improved tactile feel. Not only can the clicks be felt very clearly, but they are also more audible now. The bezel on Galaxy Watch 3 is the best that Samsung has put on any of their smartwatches to date. Using this bezel is a much better experience. It is much easier, it has a much better tactile feel, it has a much cleaner look, and I enjoy using it over any other previous Galaxy watches. And now I am waiting to see how they will improve on it for Galaxy Watch 4, which is due to launch with Galaxy Z Fold 3 and Z Flip 3 in July or August. Now I want to hear from you guys. What's your favorite feature of Samsung Galaxy watches, and what do you want to see in Galaxy Watch 4? I will see you in the next one. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.